moment on this conference that I went for in Nairobi, when the South African Minister of Transport stood up in the gathering where there are political parties from all over the world, and he said to me, he said, I want to applaud Liberia because your election was so tight, hotly contested, and President Bouakai only defeated President Weah less than 30,000 votes. And yet, President Weah conceded. He said, you people should continue that democracy. I was proud. I'm going to say anyway, therefore, President, we have to concede and keep our democracy on the path it is. It's something, of course, I'm proud of, and I'm happy he did that. I would praise him any day for that, because not many Africans can do that. Look, let's stop all these political norms. When people do something good, praise them. He could have stayed in power like other people. Yes, he could have done that. When President Bouakai...
Martin Luther King said, I have a dream. Barack Obama said, change, yes we can. And I, George Weah, said, power to the people, yes we must.
Get ready for a historic gathering of unity, leadership, and vision. The Congress for Democratic Change USA, or CDC USA, proudly invites you to the 2026 National Convention. Now set from July 29 to August the 2nd in the great city of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, under the theme, Renewing for Results, One CDC, One Vision, One Future. This landmark convention will bring together states chapters, party leaders, diaspora stakeholders, and distinguished guests from across the United States, Canada, Europe, Australia, Liberia, and beyond. Join us for strategic policy dialogue, CDC USA leadership elections, the Diaspora Engagement Forum, and a prestigious recognition ceremony featuring prominent voices and leaders, including Party Chairman Attorney Janga A. Cole, leading an array of party officials from Liberia, including Representative Frank Safoko Jr., Representative Bintu Masale, Representative Abu Kamara, and Representative Eugene Colley. Plenary session speakers will include Wanto Tia Wanto, Mrs. Welamida Sadie Tarp, Aisha Bolo Howard, Mamesi Kabab, Councillor Garmonde Clinton, Civicus Basigiab, and many more. And don't miss the special honoring of His Excellency Dr. George Manneh Weah, former President of the Republic of Liberia, for his outstanding democratic leadership and commitment to peace. As Liberian artists, including D12, Takun J, Leto Abraham Moibab, aka Heaven Sent, and KZW, will spice the honoring nights with beautiful performances, followed by a soccer match between CDC USA and POXA, with FIFA World Best George Manneh Weah leading the CDC USA in a spectacular soccer match on Sunday. It's happening in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania from July 29 to August the 2nd. Come, let's celebrate democracy and celebrate a true icon of Liberia democracy, His Excellency Dr. George Manneh Weah. Be a part of the movement, be a part of the vision, be a part of the future. For more information, contact your local CDC USA chapter or follow official CDC USA platform at www.cdc.usa.org or contact the convention committee at 301-383-6874. CDC USA Convention 2026. Here we come, renewing for results.
Martin Luther King said, I have a dream. Barack Obama said, change, yes we can. And I, George Weah, said, power to the people, yes we must. fellow citizens.
Get ready for a historic gathering of unity, leadership, and vision. The Congress for Democratic Change USA, or CDC USA, proudly invites you to the 2026 National Convention, now set from July 29 to August the 2nd, in the great city of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, under the theme, Renewing for Results, One CDC, One Vision, One Future. This landmark convention will bring together states chapters, party leaders, diaspora stakeholders, and distinguished guests from across the United States, Canada, Europe, Australia, Liberia, and beyond. Join us for strategic policy dialogue, CDC USA leadership elections, the Diaspora Engagement Forum, and a prestigious recognition ceremony featuring prominent voices and leaders, including Party Chairman Attorney Janga A. Cole, leading an array of party officials from Liberia, including Representative Frank Safoko Jr., Representative Bintu Masale, Representative Abu Kamara, and Representative Eugene Colley. Plenary session speakers will include Wanto Tier Wanto, Mrs. Willamida Sadie Tarp, Aisha Bolo Howard, Mamesi Kabab, Councillor Gamonde Clinton, Civicus Basigiab, and many more. And don't miss the special honoring of His Excellency Dr. George Manawia, former President of the Republic of Liberia, for his outstanding democratic leadership and commitment to peace. As Liberian artists, including D12, Takun J, Leto Abraham Moibab, aka Heaven Sent, and KZW, will spice the honoring nights with beautiful performances, followed by a soccer match between CDC USA and POXA, with FIFA World Best George Manawia leading the CDC USA in a spectacular soccer match on Sunday. It's happening in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania from July 29 to August the 2nd. Come, let's celebrate democracy and celebrate a true icon of Liberia democracy, His Excellency Dr. George Manawia. Be a part of the movement. Be a part of the vision. Be a part of the future. For more information, contact your local CDC USA chapter or follow official CDC USA platform at www.cdc.usa.org or contact the convention committee at 301-383-6874. CDC USA Convention 2026. Here we come, renewing for results.
Beautiful day in the neighborhood. Breaking news. Team Success full listing of leaders. Finally show face. The vote one, vote all. This team is successful. That's why we are called Team Success. Join the winnable, the formidable, the successful team. The team is comprises of 22 men and women. They are ready to do the deliverable. To all comrades, gladiators, allies, our leaders. Honorable Pastor Success A. Dennis, National Chairman. Honorable Paul Tude, Vice Chair for Administration. Honorable Enoch A. Soa, Vice Chair for Operations. Honorable Chokon Aro Moga, Secretary General. Honorable Orita Toga, Chair on Women's League. Honorable Dr. Anita Choki, Vice Chair for International Affairs. Honorable Elizabeth Bati Paglia, Chair on Disabled League. Honorable Mayonon M. Rees, Treasures. Antonin Alor Amos T. Kofa, Vice Chairs on Legals and Governance Affairs. Honorable Alita Ba, Youth League Chair. Honorable Patrick Wa Mawolo, Deputy Secretary General on Records and Research. Honorable Prophetess Princess Moore Johnson, Champlain. Honorable David Parker, Vice Chair for Membership Mobilization and Recruitment. Honorable Mercy W. Swa, Secretary General on Disabled League. Honorable J. Afonso Q. Diagle, Vice Chair for Investment and Finance. Honorable Seaton Grill, Vice Chair for Planning, Research and Policy. Honorable Richard Sau, Vice Chairperson for Interparty. Honorable Nagli Anthony Smith, Chair on Elo Council. Honorable Chris Salif, Deputy General Secretary. Honorable Monba Lavla, Financial Secretary. Honorable Savanus Peglia, Assistant Secretary General and Propaganda. And last and not the least, Honorable Jacob Cooper, Public Relations Officers. Team Success says they are ever ready to deliver to you our 5 pillars: unity, vision, integrity, service, and development. Team Success, when we lead, then order follow. Neighborhood breaking news. Team Success full listing of leaders finally show face. The vote one, vote all. This team is successful. That's why we are called Team Success. Join the winnable, the formidable, the successful team. The team is comprised of 22 men and women. They are ready to do the deliverable. To all comrades, gladiators, allies, our leaders. Honorable Pastor Success A. Dennis, National Chairman. Honorable Paul Tude, Vice Chair for Administration. Honorable Enoch A. Soa, Vice Chair for Operations. Honorable Chokon Aro Moga, Secretary General. Honorable Orita Toga, Chair on Women's League. Honorable Dr. Anita Choki, Vice Chair for International Affairs. Honorable Elizabeth Bati Paglia, Chair on Disabled League. Honorable Mayonon M. Rees, Treasures. Antonin Alor Amos T. Kofa, Vice Chairs on Legal and Governance Affairs. Honorable Alita Ba, Youth League Chair. Honorable Patrick Wa Mawolo, Deputy Secretary General on Records and Research. Honorable Prophetess Princess Moore Johnson, Champlain. Honorable David Parker, Vice Chair for Membership Mobilization and Recruitment. Honorable Mercy W. Swa, Secretary General on Disabled League. Honorable J. Afonso Q. Diagle, Vice Chair for Investment and Finance. Honorable Seaton Grill, Vice Chairs for Planning, Research and Policy. Honorable Richard Sau, Vice Chairperson for Interparty. Honorable Nagli Anthony Smith, Chair on Elo Council. Honorable Chris Salif, Deputy General Secretary. Honorable Monba Lavla, Financial Secretary. Honorable Savanus Peglia, Assistant Secretary General and Propaganda. And last and not the least, Honorable Jacob Cooper, Public Relations Officers. Team Success says they are ever ready to deliver to you our 5 pillars: unity, vision, integrity, service, and development. Team Success, when we lead, then order follow.
Martin Luther King said, I have a dream. Barack Obama said, Change, yes, we can. And I, George, we are saying power to the people. Yes, we must. Fellow citizens,
Get ready for a historic gathering of unity, leadership, and vision. The Congress for Democratic Change USA, or CDC USA, proudly invites you to the 2026 National Convention. Now set from July 29 to August the 2nd in the great city of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, under the theme, Renewing for Results, One CDC, One Vision, One Future. This landmark convention will bring together states chapters, party leaders, diaspora stakeholders, and distinguished guests from across the United States, Canada, Europe, Australia, Liberia, and beyond. Join us for strategic policy dialogue, CDC USA leadership elections, the Diaspora Engagement Forum, and a prestigious recognition ceremony featuring prominent voices and leaders, including Party Chairman Attorney Janga A. Cole, leading an array of party officials from Liberia, including Representative Frank Safoko Jr., Representative Bintu Masale, Representative Abu Kamara, and Representative Eugene Colley. Plenary session speakers will include Wanto Tier Wanto, Mrs. Willamida Sadie Tarp, Aisha Bolo Howard, Mamesi Kaba, Councillor Garmonde Clinton, Civicus Basigiab, and many more. And don't miss the special honoring of His Excellency Dr. George Manneh Weah, former President of the Republic of Liberia, for his outstanding democratic leadership and commitment to peace. As Liberian artists, including D12, Takun J, Leto Abraham Moiba, aka Heaven Sent, and KZW, will spice the honorary nights with beautiful performances, followed by a soccer match between CDC USA and Boxer, with FIFA World Best George Manneh Weah leading the CDC USA in a spectacular soccer match on Sunday. It's happening in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania from July 29 to August the 2nd. Come, let's celebrate democracy and celebrate a true icon of Liberia democracy, His Excellency Dr. George Manneh Weah. Be a part of the movement, be a part of the vision, be a part of the future. For more information, contact your local CDC USA chapter or follow officials. USA platform at www.cdc.usa.org or contact the convention committee.
When Charlotte Musu lost her life, we saw people sitting on Spoon Network telling the Liberian people that they get substantial evidence. They got recording, they got messages to prove that Jefferson Tamakochi was the one who sent Valley today to go and get rid of Global Musu Squad. Unfortunate, this poor girl lost her life. Shadow Musu lost her life. And today, the same people who were fighting their case, they are in power today. One of these people who sat on Spoon Network and talk nonsense with confidence. I talk to some of these people personally behind the scene. They make me believe that they get evidence that Jefferson Kochi was the one who sent Valley Tre to get rid of Musu Scott. And today, the rescue government is in power. These people are no longer talking about coming to prove anything against Jefferson Kochi or against Valley Tre. We witness or exceed the year in this country while somebody went and kidnapped with their boyfriend and lied and said they were raped, which is Justina Taylor. Let me say today openly, Valley Tre, you my dingo brother. To err is human, to forgive is divine. I want to openly apologize to you today on my platform for accusing you falsely. You have nothing to do with what happened at Global Musu Scott compound. The people who get evidence against you, let them come and prove it. Enough is enough. Where somebody will just jump up because they want to get political relevant and just create their own story at the end of the day. You ask them to come prove it. They will not prove none to you. And you know why the government lost that case? Because CDC, they mind their emotions. Oh, what you were accused. Our government were accused. They just went, they jumped.
That's how we do it right here, fellow Liberians home and abroad. It's going to be a wonderful time, I'm telling you. Remariza. Bless you, that's how we do it right here. Team Success all the way, man. Alright, that's how we do it right here. Okay, fellow Liberians, home and abroad, that's how we do it right here. And we want to use this occasion to welcome each and every one of you under the Palava Hut. As usual, we ask that you do us a favor. And that favor we require of you is to kindly hit for us the share button. I mean, share with friends, share with family members, so that we all have a wonderful, a very wonderful time. I want to welcome all of you. Let me be in my paraphernalia because few minutes is going to be all about the CDC. So let me get in my paraphernalia. Again, I want to use this time to welcome each and every one of you. As usual, I want to say thank you so much. What I want you to do for me, please, is to hit for me the share button. Is to invite as many persons as you can invite. Let's have a wonderful, wonderful time. Again, I want to welcome the incoming chair lady of CDC USA, Madam Orita Topa. I want to say you are highly welcome.
I want to welcome Plus TV Liberia. Thank you so much for joining us. We want to welcome our own brother Emmanuel Bro. How are you, Emmanuel Bro? We appreciate and welcome your presence. Thank you so much for your presence here. We want to welcome Momo Blamo. Thank you so much, Momo Blamo. Thank you so much for your presence here. Thank you so very kindly. We appreciate you. We also want to use this time to welcome our own. We refer to him as the finance minister of the DMV chapter. He is the finance minister of the DMV chapter. Our own brother Otaka. Otaka, thank you so much, Otaka Kiao. We want to say you are highly welcome. We appreciate your presence. Thank you for joining us. Benitha, thank you so much. Beneath, thank you so much, Beneath. We appreciate your presence, joining us there from the Facebook, the YouTube. We want to say you are highly welcome. I mean, all of you who are joining us, my lovely sister Nina Kuya, how are you? I want to welcome you, Mama. I hope you are doing great, well, and fine. It's a privilege for us to have you here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for following us. Thank you for the support and everything you continue to do. We really do appreciate you. My people, this few minutes is all about CDC and seditions. And I want you to listen. Those of you who can do screen recording, do it. Those of you who can share, share. Whatever you can do, do it. You know, after the elections, all of us, seditions, Wiashians, whatever the shame may be, we were all devastated. I want to welcome my sister Helena Ba. All of us were devastated. We all were in shock mood, which is normal, which is okay. It's something that happens to everybody, especially after such a major period in our political history, in our lives as individuals, and etc. But the question that we should ask ourselves, must we continue in this mood of feeling bad? Must we continue in the mood of blame game? Must we continue to blame people? It is now going 4 years after we lost the election, especially the presidential election. You can sit and begin to look at the pieces and ask yourself, where did we go wrong? And you can put those pieces together. Were there things that we did that we had no business doing? Yes. Were there things we should have done that we did not do? Yes. Can we blame an individual for the loss of election? No. No. I want to welcome my brother Fode passed away. Helena Ba, you are welcome. Following us there from Nimba County, you are highly welcome. There is absolutely no way one person can be responsible for the loss of election. It's not possible. It's not. People don't lose elections on election day. Elections are lost or they are won before the day of election. Yes, I repeat. People don't lose election on the day of election. They lost the election before even the election day. There are sequence and subsequent events that lead to you losing an election. And it is not the behavior of one person that will make us to lose election, no. Or a party to lose election, no. It's the collective error of all of us that overwhelm the good that cause sometimes people to lose the elections. I see it, fellow Liberians, when I sit down sometimes and think over it, I see it as sometimes unfair. When we beat a particular group of people and say, these people are responsible for election, that they don't want me, we lost election, they don't want me, we lost election. I have come to the realization to begin to understand that, look, we cannot blame a particular group of people because we lost the election and we are in opposition. No. We must blame ourselves, all of us collectively. I know some of us did exceptionally well. I know that. Some of us did exceptionally well. There were some of us who went above and beyond. That's good. That's a very good one. We appreciate it. That's a very, very good one. But now is the time, fellow citizens. We have mourned for 3 years. The mourning is over. It is about time that we dust our heel, put up our shirt, move on to begin to prepare ourselves as we take over 2029. Isaac Chi, I want to welcome my own brother, Isaac Chi. How are you? Thank you so much, my brother. It's nice seeing you. A very quiet brother. Oh, how I used to love this brother. In fact, I still love him. When I mean love, I mean I used to love this brother. He was very quiet when he was in school. I mean, a very, very quiet. If this is the Isaac that I know, he used to be a very quiet guy. And, he was good. He was good, but then very quiet. Most of the time, some of the clever people, people who can do well in the school, they are action people. But this guy, very respectful, very quiet. He sit down somewhere. The only thing you will see from him is smile. I want to say welcome, my brother Isaac. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. So must we stay down and begin to cry? We lost election. We lost. No. We have now gone 3. We're going to 4 years. What do we do as a party and as a people? We put ourselves together. We sit down around the table and we ask ourselves the sincere question. Now is the period of recalibration. Now is the period of having what we call an earnest discussion to say to ourselves, yes, we lost this election, but is everything lost? No. I want to welcome one of our leader, our own father, Mr. Amos Jawenja. You are welcome. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Now is the time that us as citizens must begin to sit down and to ask ourselves the realistic question relative to how did we get here? What were the mistakes that we made that brought us here? And how do we do that? Do we do that in our comfort zone? No. There is a need for us to sit down in what we call either a convention or retreat or however you call it. And for the CDC USA, that's what we have been pushing for. That's what we have been advocating for. After election, it's a time for us to sit and have a sober reflection where we went wrong so we can be able to right the wrongs and make a very, very mighty comeback. It beats my imagination to see certain people who will be against the gathering of sedition for us to come together, to re-strategize, to put ourselves together and to be able to replay that there are people, very few group of them, there are not many, there are very few, you can count them with your hand, that they want the angry, only because they hear CDC USA having convention. So they very bad way. We're going to go elect leadership. We're going to sit down with our political leader. We are going to discuss the best. Why we will go have convention? Look, let me tell you, in every political institution, there are insiders. For those of you who can read the Bible, when the children of Israel, according to the Bible, they were leaving from Egypt to the land that God has promised them, there were mixed multitude among these people. The mixed multitude, yes, they were coming out of Egypt, but those mixed multitude, those people who were among them, their intention was to ensure that they turn the children away from their true religion, from their true worship, and from their true belief to what they wanted. So these people who were in their midst, those mixed multitude, were the ones that were always complaining. There were mixed multitude amongst them. They were complaining. That's also manna we eat. When no food, they say we're hungry. When they finish eating, they say, well, when what happened? You can change the food small. So these were some of the people that were able to manipulate things to the extent that when you read the Bible, according to the Bible story, it says that at a certain point in time, God got angry and said, look, you know what? Certain age group, all of them, I will let them go. All of them will hold ground. All of them, they will kick the bucket. I will bring up a fresh generation. I will bring up a new breed of people. And that happened. There are people in the CDC, whether be CDC USA, CDC Liberia, or CDC wherever, they are afraid of what we refer to as the gathering of the egos. They want for us to be in the state, somebody will say, mourning mood. We must still be crying. Oh, we like that. Oh, we cry, oh, we cry. There are some people even in the party that refer to themselves as leader. They are not for us. They are not with us. No, they are not. When they hear seditions are coming together, when they hear seditions want to pull out, and you understand, those things that have held them down, they want to come together. They want to make a move. They want to strategize. They want to re-energize. They want to recalibrate. These people are angry. Some of them are around President Weah. Some of them are big people in the party. Some of them are the ones who work as ministers in our party. They are not satisfied, and we are coming together. And they will want to do everything to be able to distort us. But you know what happened? Our strength collectively with the ordinary people is greater than them. So we will succeed. These were the same people that condemned. Oh, why the people must go Grand Jide. Oh, the Grand Jide program, why they must go? Oh, why they must go president? We are not there. They were talking all kinds of things. And we saw what happened in Grand Jide. The ordinary people rise up to the occasion. They say, this is about our party. It's not about President Weah. No. It's not about any political leader. It is about us, the people. This is our heritage. We'll hold fast onto it. We'll organize. We'll see how best to be able to put broken pieces together and we'll move forward. And the Grand Jide gathering was a political tsunami for Joseph Numa Boyka and his gangster. Up to today, as we speak, they have not been able, fellow Liberians, to get over how it happened. There were people in the party who were saying, no, we must go Grand Jide. Oh, in fact, how will go Grand Jide today? We finish lost in election. Let's say that. Let's be crying. Oh, let's say that. Let's be mourning. President, we are not here. Let's be crying. President, we are here. President, we are not here. The party will go on. Party will go on. Some of you want to kill the legacy of President Weah. Look, I always say this. This party that President Weah has given us is our own heritage. That our own heritage. We jealously protect it. We jealously guard it. Because even when President Weah is gone, after 100 years, the CDC will be here. Even when we are off the show and in another place, the CDC will continue to live on. And we'll protect that. I want to say kudos to all of us that have put our effort, our time, and our energy into the convention that will be held in Pennsylvania from the 29th to the 2nd of August. There were too many people, within the CDC that were fighting for it not to work. They said, no, we're not going to Pennsylvania. We must have a convention. Let's go say that. To the extent some of our brothers, they were coming up with all kind of bata information. No, we're not going. No, that will not happen. Oh, that will not happen. Today, collectively, good have triumphed over evil. Good has triumphed over evil. There are people who they are just better in their hearts. You will continue to blame somebody for your defeat? Why can't you wipe the dust off your shoes and move on? Why can't you put aside what happened and begin to get new ideas in order to move forward? When we say let's do that one, some people say no, must go. Let us have a meeting of sedition, sit down and have an honest discussion. No, must do it. You think that because of your anger, the CDC as a political institution will be stagnated? You think that because of you, because you vex with me, or because you vex with somebody, so the CDC must soon progress? Or you think because you did not get a job, or maybe the other minister didn't speak to you because you're angry, so therefore we must be in the angry mood until other we're going forward. Those of you who want to be backward, those of you who feel comfortable in your angry mood, those of you who stay vexed, those of you who, when we say let's go forward, you say no, you can be back. For us, we're going in front. We are going in front. Even somebody who a whole generation died, they get mooning time, and he has a time to put his life together to move on. You know, some of our brothers, right, and I will say this, including some of our leaders, they are within the party and they think they can honor my Lord, will expose them, we'll call their names. We will call them. You know the best time for us to be able to do all the dirty fighting, and now that we are in opposition. And now. You know the time for us to look in each other's face and tell each other the realistic truth is now that we are in opposition. You know the time that we're supposed to make each other feel bad and we wake up, we move on. It is the time that we are in opposition. Because if we cannot solve the problem while we are in opposition, when we go in government, the same problem will follow us. The CDC USA will be having a convention in Pennsylvania from the 29th of July to August 2nd. We are grateful that His Excellency President Dr. George Manneh Weah will be there. This is a once in a while gathering of civilians, especially with the political leader. Look, whether you like it or not, there are some people that vet. Oh, well, must go to convention. Oh, must go to convention. Let's say that. Let's continue to move. You stupid. We're not continue to move. We'll go forward. Whatever personal hate that you get for anybody, you'll go solve it. We are not responsible as citizens. We are moving forward. The same group of people that were saying, oh, Mosun great Grand Jide, you had the Grand Jide program, Mosun go there. You saw what happened in Grand Jide. Were there challenges? Yes, there were challenges. Will there be challenges? Yeah, there will always be challenges. But we saw what happened. Seditions gathered in their numbers. They defy all odds. And they said to Joseph Numa Boyka and the rest of the world, even though we are defeated, or we were defeated, but we are not broken. We put up our broken pieces, put them together, and we move on. And I want to say kudos, because the Grand Jide program have sent in what we call a new wave of revolution among us. From Grand Jide, that wave is coming to the United States of America for our convention. And there are other people say, no, must our convention. Let's say that be crying. We lost election. Let's say that be crying. Will you go cry? We will going forward, yeah? We're going forward. We are moving ahead. Is it not a privilege, fellow Liberians, for us to meet with the political leader in a gathering, in a meeting? It's going to be a family meeting. It's going to be a family time. We are going to pull our heart over to our political leader. That is the importance of this particular gathering. We are going to sit with our political leader. We are going to redefine the CDC USA. The CDC USA play a very pivotal role to 2029. If we cannot have a vibrant leadership, if we cannot have a reawakening of the CDC USA in the United States, we will lose election. Let me tell you now. No. Let me come back and say this. If the CDC USA cannot put her broken pieces together, if the CDC USA cannot come together and we all move to Philadelphia, elect a new leadership, have a serious discussion with our political leader, and chart a new course, we lost election. And the majority of us, well, we are not willing to lose election. And now we're moving straight to PA. It beats my imagination to see a few group of people. Just very few group of them that didn't want few group of people where you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then finish. That didn't want one man noise. Oh, Moxera will be crying. Oh, you know, I am angry within me because something happened yesterday. Somebody called me. Somebody whom I have high regard for. Very high regard. Me, I get respect for that person. This person called me and said, Prince. I said, yes. He said, I've been seeing, been watching the show, I've been following, and you thank you. But I say you're going to convention. So I wanted to inform the person, if you've been watching me, why you been hearing? But then I say, I hold myself. I say, let me take it easy. I say, yes, so we're going to our convention. And this person was brave enough. I mean, the person, that former government official. What is the essence of us going to a convention? You know, me, I like to listen to people before I talk. So the person saying, what is the essence of us going to convention? So I told the person, I said, well, we're going to convention to sit down, talk, you know, etc., etc. I told the person. And this person was brave enough to tell me, it is not important for us to go for convention. We have lost the election. What we need to do as a people is to first of all sit down to do a deep mourning. After the period of mourning, hopefully by next year, 2027, then we can start to put broken pieces together. You think 2027 we get time for that? Somebody is saying that year we must use 2023, 24, 25, 26 to be crying. Then 2028 now, before we start. And I'm listening to this person say, you know, we're CDC USA, and no time for a convention now. We're not supposed to go for convention now. It's too soon. Our conventions will be next year, and we still go for convention. So I listened to the person they talk. I'm not going to say all the things. And I listened to the person after they got through talking. You know what I told them on the phone? I said, it is some of you that want to keep the CDC in a state of stagnation, and we shouldn't go forward. So I said, look at you. You serve as a government minister for the 6 years. Some of us did not work in government, and we are grateful. We are grateful. We did what we could do. But yet, even those of us that ain't work in government, we are able to put on the broken pieces and say, let's move on. You that work in government, you saying, like, say, why we go for convention? Why we go for convention? The convention must soon be now. Must soon go for convention. Let's wait for 2027. You think we get a chance to wait for 2027? 2027 is serious business. We're moving ahead. These are the same people that were saying to us, oh, Grand Jida program. Hey, where people go Grand Jida? President, we are not there. Hey, we had a very fun program in Grand Jida. And somebody is telling us, no, we should not go for convention. But the good thing is, the very few handful of people that we can count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they even reach 10. You cannot be able to resist the majority of us. We lost election, we lost. We cannot, you know, they want to use this lost election business to store us, and they're among us. I'm not saying other people. No, I'm not saying opposition. Get this clear. I'm not saying opposition to the CDC like the Unity Party people. No, I am saying seditions. Seditions. And some of the people that even work in government, they are the ones that are angry. They say, oh, why am I go for convention? Why am I go to PA? They're doing all kind of things. How long will you sit and moan? How long? Let's even agree if their request was genuine, if they had a sincere mind for why we should not have no convention, why we shouldn't have gone to Grand Jida. If they had a sincere mind, How long will we continue to sit and move? Must we not put ourselves together? We know some of these people, some of you are insider in the CDC. I want to undermine the CDC. Like some of you were in government. You were working in government at the same time undermining the government. You are working in government at the same time undermining. We, the common people who were not even work for government, we get energy to do what we're doing. You who work for government, they have there. You also must say that the crap. What kind of stupidity is that? Eh? What kind of wickedness is that? Is that not complete wickedness? So I told the individual on the phone, I said, look, this is one of the most outrageous statements that I've ever heard from you. You work in government, you took pay for 6 years. Nobody changed you, you were there. We were not working government, we get the energy to move our party forward. You were working government, you say no, must move the party forward. Let's sit down, let's be crying. Must sit down on back, must sit down on back until 2027. Then 2027 now, that time we sit down and we start to put things together. You know when people lost election, or you know when people win election? You know when we lost election, go and check my page. I want to welcome Dukla Williams. Thank you so much, Dukla Williams, for your presence here. Patience, thank you so much. We appreciate you. Thanks to all of you who are joining us. You know, when I began my campaign for 2029, the same very day President Weah called and conceded was that same very day that I began my campaign. Go on my page, go and check the video. I was at the airport. My campaign started. I said, President, we have already conceded. We cry for 1-2 days. It finished. We move on. We are in campaign mode. We must begin to re-strategize. And that's why I want to take. I know that, look, things are not perfect. You will never have a perfect institution where human beings are. But I want to thank God for the leadership of Janga Cole. I want to thank God for Honorable Janga Cole. Is everything well? Is it 100%? No, there are challenges. But I want to thank God for his leadership. Do you know what it means to be able to hold the party firm in the midst of all of the difficulties? Janga Cole and his team, they are doing exceptionally well. Until Janga Cole is out, we will continue to support him. And I want to say kudos to Honorable Janga Cole. The last time they were in Europe, reawakening the CDC. Now is the time that we should reawaken every base of the CDC. It's the time for us to sit down as a family in the CDC and say, look, my people, this is why we went wrong. This is what happened. Now is the best time for us to organize our convention. Now is the best time for us to have a leadership in place. Now is the time for us to shake the tree for all the leaves that are not strong enough to fall so that the new ones can begin to grow. Now is the best time. Or somebody say, no, we'll wait for 2028. How long will we sit down? And that's why we are saying the people that are in Liberia, they get different leadership. We in America, we start our own already. We will begin to go from one state to another to organize from one state. If it calls for us to take time off of our work, we will do it. If it calls for us to leave our work and apply for unemployment, we apply for unemployment. We will go from one state to the other and begin to do recruitment. That's what we'll do. To make sure that our citizens, our brothers in all of the states, they wake up. We'll do it. Oh yeah, we are prepared for that. We are prepared for that. And with the support of every one of you who are very positive, we can do it. We will do it. And that's the reason why we want to thank God that His Excellency President Dr. George Manneh Weah is fully involved with this particular CDC USA convention. Every step along the way, he is involved. Every step along the way. We want to thank God that President Weah is fully involved. At the end of the day, fellow Liberians, we will go to Pennsylvania. We will sit down and we will talk. We will blast at each other. We will have the very hard conversation. But at the end of the day, we will come back very well prepared, like an undefeated lion, to say to the Unity Party that Boyka, you are out. And that's why I'm encouraging all of you, if you are a citizen, whatever state you live in, begin to prepare yourself for that particular convention. The convention is from the 29th of July to August 2nd. Let us all meet in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Let us be able to have honest discussion. And I want to say thanks to President Weah, who has committed himself to this particular convention. Before, when we planned the first convention, those of you who are following or been following, the convention first was in June. But because there were only 2 days that President Weah was going to be there, he sat up alone and said, no, I want to be part of this convention from the beginning to the end. I want to meet with my people. I want to have a sober discussion with them. And because of that, he suggested that we should carry forth. And we are grateful that we were able to do the readjustment. So from day one to day finish, His Excellency President Dr. George Manneh Weah will be with us. It's not just being there because he wants to be there. We'll be having honest discussion. I mean, heart-to-heart talk. Like a leader with his people. We'll be talking. We'll be having what we call good discussion. We will get best along the way. There will be shouting along the way. There will be crying along the way. But at the end of the day, when we come from that convention, we come back as people that are well prepared, ready to confront the evil that our nation is faced with in the Unity Party. Will people be angry? Yes, we'll be angry. Will people cry? Yes, people will cry. But at the end of the day, we will go to Philadelphia. We will talk the talk. And at the end of the day, we'll come back as a united force to ensure that Joseph Numa Boyka is a thing of the past when it comes to leadership in Liberia. For those of you who say, no, not a time, we know you. You are not doing it with a clean heart and with a good intention. You get bad, you get evil heart for the CDC. You want honor man the CDC. That's why you say, no, must go to convention. Then we wait for 2027. That wicked heart you get, you are a wastrel, you are a devil. And at the appropriate time, will come for you, will baptize you. That demon that you will jump for you. Oh, yeah. Sincerely. Thank you. It will jump for you. Because you are not saying it with any clean mind or with clean intention. Oh, listen. Oh, thank you. You are not saying it with any clean mind or clean intention. Oh, not a time for people to go for convention. It's not a time. We must wait for 2027. We're not waiting for no 2027, yeah? Let's tell you now. We are not waiting for 2027 before we begin to strategize, we begin to put plans together, we begin to put our ideas together. We are having our convention this year. Beginning 2027 is a serious work that we'll be doing. We don't have time. Beginning 2027, immediately when we leave from that particular Pennsylvania, the work of the CDC starts now. We are in opposition. You know the split, the part that the CDC play. When you look at the role of the CDC, we are the financial and intellectual arm of the party. Financial and intellectual arm. You know what it means? You think this coming election a small election? We are facing a unity party that get money, they get power, they get gun, they get everything that the people that we're facing. We must begin to play. They get money. The unity party, these guys are evil. They can use money to do anything. Look at what's happening now. And the kind of people who go in again. Then somebody said, no, let's wait for 2027. Now your 2027 advice, you now no good advice. You are evil because we understand you. We know where you're coming from. We're now waiting for no 2027. We want to say kudos to the team on ground in Liberia. Are there challenges? Yes. But the folks are trying. They are doing exceptionally well. To all of the local leadership, we salute all of you guys. We want to say thanks for what all you guys are doing. We salute you. All the local leadership, we say thank you so very kindly for all that you continue to do. We are going to work along with the team. We are going to ensure that the team is ready to take on power. You think elections are won or elections are lost during election day? No. We must make the preparation. And the preparation must start now. Now is the time. And that's the reason why we'll put our all into it. Oh, yes. Because this is not about us, it's about our nation, it's about our country. The only place that we call home, the only place that we cannot be deported from. So we must make sure that we have a government in place that will be able to help develop the human resource capacity and give our people an opportunity to smile and to wake up in the morning to say, I'm going to work and coming back. That's what we'll do. We'll make the sacrifices. We'll go places. We'll go from one state to another to ensure that the CDC chapter is vibrant. Don't worry. We'll use our own money. Because for us to go in our 401k and empty, we'll go there, we'll empty it. We'll use that money in order for us to ensure that the CDC as an institution is strong, vibrant, and okay, especially here in the US. Honorable Fanzo Deck, let me send you the link. I'm sending you the link right now. Let me send you the link right now. I'm sending you that link right now. I'm sending you the link. Okay, Fanzo. So I'm sending you the link. Just check your WhatsApp. You are going to see it there. I'm sending you the link, my brother. Oh, so send the link to the Jake. Okay, let me see. I'm sending the link. Let me send the link. Yeah, so I just send the link. Yeah, so that is it, my people. That's just the first part of our discussion. We cannot sit and continue to cry. Somebody say, "Oh, and they pray, how long will we blame other people?" Look, somebody who sit down too much and get blame, that person there is an anti-progressive individual. Oh, yes, that's who they are. Look at in the short space of time. The short space of time. Look at the progress that we have made. The number of chapters, the number of seditions that are sprouting up. As I speak to you now, there is a meeting now. No. Let that meeting here. In fact, let me just show you small. As I speak now, seditions are having meeting in a state that we never used to have a state. We never used to have a chapter in. They're having a meeting. No. They call it no. Let me just pay you a gist for you to hear it. As I'm talking, no, they're having meeting. Yeah. Let me cut this off. That's what is happening now. Seditions are having meeting all over the place. I mean, in all of the states. If I start to name you the states that are gearing up now for this convention, you will never believe it. Never believe it. People coming from all the way Indiana, people seditions coming from Utah that we have never had a chapter in. They're coming from Utah to attend the convention. After this convention, there will be reawakening of CDC. Oh yes. And other people there, no, must do that now. Must go for convention. Let's wait for 2027. Let's wait for 2028. There are people who even telling others no. Let's just lead a thing like that. There are people stay angry. There are people, oh, you know, my people, we are not waiting for them yet. Those who are staying in their morning, stay. Let them continue to move. Who going ahead? When they finish mourning, they will jump behind. They will come. We all will reach to the destination. But we'll not allow you to stall our progress. Yeah? So we're going ahead. Venetia's Junior Bar, you are welcome. Gray Lamin, welcome. Abubakar Bar Kamara, you are welcome. Thank you so much. How's the family? I hope the family doing great, well, and fine. My regards to the family. So that is the first portion of our discussion. That we as seditions, especially sedition in the USA, we are going forward. And I want to say to you, if you are a sedition in any one of the states, get connected to your local leadership. Get connected to your local leadership. If you are a sedition living in the DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia, get in contact with us. We are your humble servant who serve as chairman of the DMV chapter. Because the DMV will be going in full gear, will be going in full speed to Pennsylvania. Oh, yes. And we want to encourage you. Even some of you who are not in the chat room and you're listening to us, if you are a sedition, you're not in the CDC USA, the DMV chat room, and you are listening to us, get ready. Let's go to Pennsylvania for that convention from the 29th to the 2nd of August. Let's come back with a renewed energy. Let's come back with a renewed spirit. The good thing is that the political leader is going to be there. Well, we have a sober reflection, a sober discussion. And when we leave from that place, we come back. There'll be a different CDC USA that you will see. Those who want to get angry, let them get angry. Those who are still mourning, let them still be mourning. We are going ahead. Certain people must be strong in order to help the other people that are weak. So where we finish mourning, okay now. We're going ahead. You're saying that there, you're still crying, you'll be crying. At least we will go ahead and secure the win. Then you can join us. Finish. Until then, my people, we're going ahead, yeah? We're going ahead. Oh, yeah. We're going ahead. We're going right ahead. Okay, let's see. I'm not waiting for you. We're going ahead. Going ahead. While people are talking about recalibrating, while people are talking about the forward growth and the forward march, other people say no. Must talk about forward march. Talk about forward march is a verse. Must talk about forward march. Let's sit down. Well, it is what it is. It is what it is. So let me take this break and I'll be very right back with a different topic altogether.
01 6874 CDC USA Convention.
Martin Luther King said, I have a dream. Barack Obama said, change, yes we can. And I, George Weah, said, power to the people. Yes, we must. Fellow sedition.
Get ready for a historic gathering of unity, leadership, and vision. The Congress for Democratic Change USA, or CDC USA, proudly invites you to the 2026 National Convention. Now set from July 29 to August the 2nd in the great city of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, under the theme, Renewing for Results, One CDC, One Vision, One Future. This landmark convention will bring together states chapters, party leaders, diaspora stakeholders, and distinguished guests from across the United States, Canada, Europe, Australia, Liberia, and beyond. Join us for strategic policy dialogue.
That's how we do it right here, fellow Liberians home and abroad. It's a privilege. It's going to be a wonderful time today. I'm telling you, it's going to be a wonderful time. We are grateful that we have with us our brother, the Honorable Fansel Dek. Honorable Fansel Dek, welcome, sir. How are you?
Thank you so much, Mr. Sheriff, and I'm glad to be on the show this afternoon.
Thank you so very kindly. So, first of all, we want to say, fellow Liberian, for those of you that don't know, Fansel Dek is the chairman. I mean, chairman proper, where you were caretaker chairman. But the man is the chairman proper of the New Jersey chapter of the CDC USA. As a whole team of leadership there. We should have been there, but then because of one or two things beyond our control, we're absent. But let's give him an opportunity to just give us a gist about the entire event that unfolded this week, in New Jersey, relative to the inaugural program and etc. etc. To just give us a rundown. So, Honorable Fanso Deck, again, welcome. Tell us how the whole thing was like.
Uh,
As far as the convention is concerned, the new cope of leadership and etc. Let's hear from you, sir.
yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Sheriff. And let us say a very big thank you to the entire team of the New Jersey Corps of Leadership. And I also let us say thanks to those concerned civilians and Patterson who never got disturbed and were able to encourage us in the process. I believe, and I'm so much impressed. It's not just Jersey. I have seen a lot of chapters, new chapters that are also being established. Let us say kudos to you. And one of those things were going on. I thought it was because Honorable Sherry wanted leadership in the CDC USA, but then I see that you're not partaking in the leadership. So, man, I want to say, uh, why is it so often we make sacrifices? But I really want to applaud you for the great work, and along with some of the guys that work along with you, like Rich Crew and Mr. Dennis and Twitter and the rest of the guys, and, in bringing this whole idea and the strength of the CDC back in active, form. And that today we can see people posting and proud of the CDC. It is applaud to you. And we just have to keep on what we're doing. And I believe that will be good for every one of us and also for Liberia, a country that we're all fighting for.
Thank you so very kindly. Thank you so very kindly. So, can you tell us who are those that are part of your leadership? Uh, can you just tell us some of those who were elected?
Yeah, we have in total, we had about nine. And because we following and that's what many people don't understand. This election is unlike it is a kind of election that is different from past election within the CDC USA, because there was a lot of misunderstanding and all kinds of stuff that brought us today to follow the constitution of Liberia. So, and some people are not informed on why it has to be at this point that we have to use the constitutional form, and then have an internship. But I think some of the things, there are issues that we have to actually dig up well to know what brought us here. And we have to one show respect for one another. One of my code of officers was telling me that, man, you the chairman, but the way you present yourself is so humble. I love your style of leadership. And mind you, Prince, this guy come from the Mandingo tribe. There is someone who I respect so much. So those that carrying that propaganda about someone don't encourage other people from different tribe. I want us to erase that. The CDC is not for a particular tribe. The CDC is for every tribe because and one fact, Mandingo, they were part of King Saboso was a Mandingo man. We respect the Mandingo people. So we are not targeting any tribe. We believe in one idea and the supremacy of the party and not to disrespect and denigrate the Constitution. So let us get that clear. But you see, our one code of leadership, we have the chairman, that is me. I'm the chairman of New Jersey. And then I have my vice chair for administration, which is Orlando Newcomb. He is the vice chair for administration. And then I have Ricky. Ricky Quia is the vice chair for operation. And then I have Darlington Sepe, which is the SG, the Secretary General. And then I have Jack Flomo, who lead the youth league. And then I have Beto Connor. Beto Connor is the leader for Women League. And then I have Lucini Jabate, who is commonly known as Jab Jab, that happens to be the financial secretary and the more powerful and force driving lady that is Kevin Brown. who have it to be the treasurer. So these are those names that are part of the leadership. And the program was actually unique. We had some challenges that were faced, and I will not say that yet. We mentioned it in our meeting, but there was also challenges. But we'd like to say a very big thank you to the mayor of Newark City, who came
Wow, the
through
mayor.
and did a sense of representation and instrumental by one of our officers, that was Mr. Quia, who were able to enforce that. So we have a representation from the major office for Newark. Now, this program, we decided to take the program in Newark because we're trying to decentralize the activities of the CDC USA. If the program was in Trino, it would have been more than what you're seeing here. But we decided we want to decentralize the CDC USA. We don't want that the CDC will just, or New Jersey chapter will just be in Trenton and Hamilton. No, we want to decentralize it. That's why we took it to Newark, and we built a strong relationship while we were there. So the program was actually unique. It was successful, and everything was there. And we have a very successful program. I'm proud today that the New Jersey chapter have a leadership, and the guys are still enthusiastic about the whole about activities, and they're telling us what can be our next program that we're going to have in Trenton, in Hamilton. And I told them that first of all, we are focusing on the big program that is the convention in Philadelphia. That will be from July 29th to the 2nd of August. And right after that convention, and we will be able to carry on other activities. But I don't want us to overstress the leadership and our people. We don't want to have focus because the CDC USA is the bigger picture. So let us focus in that area. And right after our convention, we will have a lot of activities going on in the New Jersey belt.
Thank you so much. Let me just play a few bars of this before we can work on my brother. It was a very wonderful program, like we said. Uh, you know, this was during the induction ceremony of the new group of officers.
Prince, are you still there?
Yeah, yeah. Okay,
Mr.
so
Sheriff, are you
uh,
still there?
yeah, I'm here. So this is the activities. This is just what you are
Not
looking at,
hearing.
fellow Liberian, is just a kind of, uh, somebody would say synopsis of the program. You know, it was very, very, very wonderful. I mean, very wonderful. Yeah, very wonderful program. That was very wonderful. Yeah, was very wonderful. Very wonderful program. Want to say congratulations to you and your team, and thank you so much. We hoping that we can have a wonderful time there in Philadelphia along with all of the leadership. I want to welcome my brother Jake. My brother Jake, welcome, sir.
Yeah, thank you, brother. Thank you to my
You
brother
say
there.
you're
Thank
not
you.
getting me, but then
I getting you. You getting
okay,
me now?
Fanso, yeah, I'm getting all of you. Fanso, you're not getting me.
Yeah, boy.
I'm getting you, Fanso. I'm getting you. Yeah, Jake, welcome. He's going
Yeah.
to go and come back.
Once again, respect to the followers. They help to share this video. Yeah, thank you for having me. And to that brother, I think probably he will come back.
Yeah, sure.
But I follow you. I will follow you. You were going. You were going. You were going live and explaining the CDC. I reality. There's no time to wait. There's no time to wait. If you want to govern this country, if you want to come back to power, you don't have to wait. You don't have to wait. I will give you a similar example. Donald Trump lost the election in America, but the people playing seriously and they would in power. He became the 47th president. I said something on the platform the other time. Joe Biden is the 25th president. If the CDC put that out together, he would be the 40th, he would be the 27th. Similar thing happened. Donald Trump was the 45th. Joe Biden came. Now he's the 47th. I said, I'm talking in the realm of the spirit. Joe is the 25th.
26 is Jota Yima Bwaka. He can come back again. Many leaders in West Africa have been coming back. Mahamane, all these people there have been coming back. So that's the statement you made by that official that called you. They are limited official. He was the guy, a reality. He was the guy that was undermining the CDC, leaking information. They were with the party, but they acting like they're smarter than George we are. What the result today? George we are on FIFA now. $6 billion industry. $6 billion. He taking salary. He having more money than ever before since he left. Outside the presidency, I taking FIFA to $6 billion industry. If I think on them, he's a right hand man. So the limited CDC and our backstabbing the president, where they all come? They don't have an income. They're not working in the country. And they say they were smart. That they come outside and work now. They just ask question to that said because they didn't protect the president. They didn't protect the particular. Please, the reality, you're not Joe, you're winning out of the party. You don't get nothing to love. When Tomo Falane can go, Sir Joseph they can lead, then who else? New brand of children will come that will be loyal to the cause. CDC, they're here to stay for life. That's a party that here to, it's a new party, but it will stay. So the people that will having that they believe, imagine they're so limited. When you're building party headquarters, spending millions of dollars on the party headquarters. See the party headquarters now. Then you're talking about them on weight. That is it. If you check it out, most of the people that was in government, on George, we are taking taxpayer money. They never contributed to that party. You have to be real here. They never contributed. If you check it out, they not even spend 1,000 on that party haircut. And they didn't buy cement, they didn't buy nothing. I just people from all around the world that want $1 that contribution they making to the party. Because they love the party, they love the policy of that party.
Yeah, let me ask you this question. What do you make of people? And this question is going to go to our brother Fanso too. What do you make of people who say no need for the party to suspend anybody that is disrespectful, that is undermining the party, disrespecting leadership? You're just leading. No need for us to suspend anybody because we are in opposition. It's not a good time to suspend anybody. What do you make of that? I know you always say you are a friend of the president. You are not a sedition. So, but I want you to answer this question.
The limited. Let me look at all political parties around the world in the West African region. You think everybody, Mama Kimba, you think everybody, Mama, in his party, they expel some people because they undermine the government. They undermine the government at that time. Most of the people that undermine the government that were leaking, they should be expelled. Let them go to the party. They feed the happy way. When the you remember the United Party.
The party. I mean, you in opposition, you expelling people. Why? You should be.
Let me ask you. One of the most powerful person that were in the city. Two powerful people that were in the CDC. People were thinking, after George Weah, they could be presidential material. Sir Joseph #1, the Ebola guy. Thomas Fala, they were in line. What happened? And they left the party. Look at the showing in Nima. Look at the showing in America. And he brought Nemo in. He came with Nemo in America. The whole hall was empty. He paid these people to come. Before Sir Joseph ain't coming. When Sir Joseph said coming to America, when they were in the party, a small number to a pool, Thomas Fala there. But see, they're limited now. That the party made it. Now they won't make the party. So anybody they get since they left the party, what happening? I'm talking about the power. Imagine they have money. Some people say they are multi-millionaire or a millionaire in the Republic of Liberia, they come of that country. They left the party. Look at I'll give you an example. Premier no Shukako. Look at Sir Joseph. He got one charisma. He looking old in the president. That reality, you're lucky on that.
Thank you so much. Let's go to our brother Fanso there. Fanso, I want to ask you the same question. There are people who are saying that you are in opposition as a political party. At the times you will be looking for people. If people try to undermine the party, people try to disrespect leadership, no need for you to suspend them. Why you just carrying on all kind of suspension for? Why are you suspending people? Why you can't just lead the people? Whatever they do, lead them. You're looking for members. It's not a time for you to suspend. It's not a time for you to pour out discipline. How do you respond to that, my brother Fanso Dick?
You see. First of all, Mr. Sheriff, we are opposition is a government in waiting, and as a government in waiting, your responsiveness, the way you're going to be responsive, the way you're going to conduct your party, That's how the people will be attracted to it. One thing that they fail to realize, we have governed before. That's what many of them don't understand. We have governed before, and people have issue with the president not taking decision against people, and the president was lenient. Those were some of the things. These were some of the things that caused us some problem. And then when we back into oppositions and people trying to go against the constitution, speaking against the party, undermining the leadership, and you still want them to remain under the banner of the party, how would the voters, how would the citizens take the institution to be? They will think that the people have not corrected those wrongs. So you want us to keep a man like Kanu Bara still in the party, who was yesterday speaking for the president, and today he shift and speaking against and denigrating the institution, and you want us to keep him there? Those are some of the leaders say. You want us to keep a man like Thomas Farah in the party? You want to also keep Sir Joseph? So if that can if those things can happen from the national, from Liberia, it's something that how to flow down, even within the CDC New Jersey chapter, Mr. Sharif, with the power invested in me as chairman for the CDC New Jersey chapter. If anyone that would be in the leadership that would try to be a dividend, that would try to speak against the leadership and try to denigrate the leadership, that is something that is a violation. There are consequences that will come after. So those who say those things, maybe they never knew some of the reason why we lost election. Maybe they don't know the reason when they say you are a government in waiting. It also means that you are responsible, and the people are convinced that you're able to manage. Because if you can manage your organizations and put people into checkmate, to not be disrespectful, not to be in violation of the Constitution, it means that they will do the same when they go at national level. So I think they need to rethink and not making those sweeping statements. Not because I'm friendly with this person, not because I have some soul tie with you, not because I favor you. When it comes to the life and it comes to the concern of the Liberian people, it's not on the basis, the style of leadership is not on the basis of favoritism. The act of leadership is on the basis of truthness and to bring positivity to who or whom you want to lead. So I
Thank
think
you.
the suspension was actually in line and is strongly supported.
Thank you so much. I want to ask my brother Jake, and I want us to now go to the substance of the issue. On the 5th of this month, we saw an information on the website of the Executive Mansion informing us that Joseph Numa Boyka is going for a working visit in Turkey. And while it is true that there were information long before that it was going to be having almost like a regional summit in Turkey, according to what Joseph Numa Boyka said, or his people said, they are going for a kind of working visit. They will have a bilateral discussion, blah, 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 and the rest of it. Now, my brother Jake, this is not the first time that Boyka has traveled. Not the second, not the third, not even the sixth time. All of the travel that Joseph Numa Boyka have traveled has always ended in memorandum of understanding. We strengthening tie, we building relationship, and we are having a discussion with our counterparts. Tell me, my brother Jake, what we stand to gain, especially as it relates to this particular Turkey visit, where for almost about 2 days or 3 days, Joseph Numa Boyka was absent. He told people like you and other people who call one see the man, one see Joseph Numa Boyka, before they bring some kind of still video or what have you. From what you are gathering, from what they are saying, is it something that we should celebrate? Will we get anything from this particular trip? Let's hear from you, my brother. What are you making of this? Maybe within the next 2 minutes or so. Let's hear from you, or 3 minutes. What do you make of this Turkey trip?
Thank you. Brother, only the Unity Party should celebrate. Only the Unity Party. Prince, we're not naive. We're not the days that they used to come on social media and placard the social media because a lot of Liberians that love the CDC were not on social media. Now the game is on. I told people the debate is over. That just matter of time. They can never quit nothing. Let me remind followers here. Me, I don't think out of the boss quick. When we made noise, where Joseph Yiman Bwaka, after days, after the almost 4 days, they queen of story, they take picture whatsoever, they bring it. Maybe the company that carry him, they decide say, oh, we won't do anything with anyone. But I live in Europe here. I live in Europe here. Nothing can pass me in Europe here. I live in right here in the European Union. I'm part of the European Union. So they will never question it. Prince, let me tell you, let me remind Liberians. They're quick to forget. Our president man of podium, and he told Liberian people they discovered new mineral. Am I lying? Liberians, follow you don't be gullible again. He said they discovered 20 or 23 new minerals. He need magnesium, bauxite, all these things. Then he went to Donald Trump to come and survey the land. Now knowing the Chinese already came in our country to survey the land. And the United Party was said they're so smart. They need money. All the mineral. How many years now? How many months gone now? The mineral you said that we discover in our land. You cannot bring your investor now to manufacture the mineral then, to see how they go to the legislature to see how they can they million mineral then whatsoever. Was so vla. Well, they used to talk about the great swapper power when was small during the Samuel Dotan. What is in the swapper power? So animals there. Nothing there. Who say go wasting the swapper power? Then Labrador be the richest country in the West African region. Pray. What they keep on talking, cooler for fun, and they don't craft it. When I tell you people that the United Party, they don't forget they are low IQ people, you're not joking. They lie on CDC. CDC is smarter than them, why they don't debate, why they can be insulting the corridor. Let me remind you again. The president went to Ethiopia. He took the defense minister out lady. You remember? He went to Ethiopia. They said they want strengthen on security. He went to Ethiopia. They had a ceremony there. He took the defense minister along. I forget her name, that beautiful woman. Take her along. They said it was 20,000 military. Now you go to the same Turkey too. You want 20,000 military. Ethiopia and Turkey, they don't have relationship like that. So how many people you 20,000 military? The whole country, the whole world will count on military for the small Liberia business. So that they can contradict themselves. You can engage another country. Oh, you come, that's 20,000 military. Then you engage Turkey. Then you engage America. Liberian people, you think out of the bath. Did that sound to you people? So all that non-statement they coin, all the breaking Turkish airline. I think hearing in the corridor, that gullible sponsor, that propagandist, Radio Kigali, on sponsor, all of them, Ronnie C, all of them were on sponsor. Oh, we come in with Turkish airline. We come in with this. They come in open embassy. Now me, they see Erdogan with other leaders. They are video circulating. Georgia went to that same Erdogan. All the city was in the making. That, let me tell you, they following the footsteps of George Weah. George Weah went to Erdogan. Erdogan knows George Weah personally. So there's not a new thing. They can't come in cajole Liberian people. We want to see tangible. The president have traveled to a lot of countries. He said Macron and other coming to Liberia. Other people there for Indonesia, China. They were bringing billions of dollars from China. What? How many years now, Prince? How many years now? So they just paraded old. Listen, they paraded old, man, because NATO was having something. They wanted to distract the Liberian people from the jaws. They get in contact with Beer Mountain, the people that have the Turkish group of company whatsoever. They say, look, let the president come and divert this whole Liberian trust you. How they went to NATO. Erdogan was busy. If you look at the body language of Erdogan was tired. You know how many? You know Erdogan how many years old? You know Erdogan how many years old? So the United Party, until we see tangible in the country, we will believe them.
Thank you so much. The same goes to my brother Fansodek. Fansodek, we saw the Unity Party displaying heavy information on the Executive Mansion website. We know that Joseph Newman Boyka have traveled on so many occasions. All of those travel, if it is not strengthening that bilateral discussion, it's not bilateral discussion, that memorandum of understanding. Yet again, another huge money have been used from the Liberian people coffers. while we have Phoebe Hospital that is closed. We have JFK that is seriously challenged. But Joseph Numa Boyka is spending thousands of United States dollars on trips that have never yielded a single result since he took over. What do you make of this trip in Turkey, where the people are having their summit? And like Jake said, let me just, also add this there. You are right. You could see that you could see the fatigue in the face of the president because that was a lengthy, a very serious conference they were having. And I'm no play conference. That particular, how you call a Turkey summit that they were having, it wasn't a play stuff. It was very serious. But my brother Jake, what do you make of, Fanso, what do you make of Joseph Numa Boyka travels? Do you think that it's going to yield any results? Do you think that it is timely in the midst of all of these things? What are you thinking? Let's hear from you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Sherry. You see, one of the things that Jake touched and was in my thought that has to do with distraction on this drugs issue. The Unit Party is always noted for show. They always noted for that kind of mirage. When you look at the president, Joseph Boyka had traveled over 36 times since he took office. And for every time he traveled, there is a budget. It's budgeted, and it's something that he used these are taxpayer money. And if you traveling out of the country, the people expect you to come back with result. They expect you to come back. Most of the time, Joseph Boyka and Kula said something before. Kula said, Kula worked in the office of Joseph Boyka. Kula said, you should not expect the president to travel to bring anything to the country. Now, when you look at that statement from Kula, I already knew from which point Kula was speaking from because Joseph Boyka had never been successful into anything. When you remember, Joseph Boyka was recalled when he was on a foreign mission. His own friend Amos Sawyer went and fired him for not performing. This old man had never performed into any sector to say he performed well. The man was presiding over the Senate as vice president. There was 46 concessions that was signed in our house. All that 46, 48 concession, all the 48 concession, only 2 met international standard. The other 44, they were all dubious. So he had never been successful. Look, the Unity Party, that's all they're going to do. Boyka need to be president. Boyka need to justify why he spent this money, why he spent the other money. So in order for Boyka to justify all the budget that is putting into his office for travel and all of things, he has to just do the trip to justify how he spent the money. So I don't expect Boyka to bring anything because if the Unity Party have a way out, they won't be thinking about printing $79 billion, please. They're thinking about printing $79 billion. You know how much is it in US dollars?
Yeah.
It's $433 million. You see? So you printing, and they are not even told us the essence of why they're printing this money. When you're printing money, I know you want to get rid of the mitigated bank note, or you want to improve population or strengthen population growth. But they are not ready to tell us, in fact, how many money have been damaged for the Liberian market. They have not told you. And they just come out. First time in history, the government will print the highest amount in leadership will be the Joseph Boyka regime. So for me, I don't expect anything from the Boyka administration because the lies within the Boyka administration is more than even the truth, and that's why they have nothing to defend. They have nothing to bring to the table. That's why they are information minister who's supposed to be informing the people will be giving people cheap because Boyka set the table by abusing your own citizens. So what do you expect the other people to do? So I don't think he's going to come back with anything. I learned that he went for medical, he went for some medical treatment because Boyka sat right in front of the face of Macron when he visited. 4 African countries walked away with with millions and billions of dollars, and Boubacar could not get anything. The only thing he said, the Macron were going to invite him to France to have another discussion. So I don't see Liberia benefiting from the Turkish conference. There is nothing that the president going to bring back.
Thank you so very kindly. According to you, you don't see anything. And to just add my voice to what you are saying, fellow Liberians, let's be realistic. We live in a global village. All of these people that you see, these international helpers, let me put it that way, our international partners. The way they were some 15, 10, 8 years ago is not the same. There has been serious shift in their own local economy. The prices of goods and services on their local market is rising. And those countries need to be able to at least ensure that they can be able to stabilize their own local economy. The way money was being given out by all of these international institutions, it is not like that before. Remember that the UN ain't got money sitting down to say, yeah, they money here for UN. UN depend on all of the countries that are part of the United Nations. When they contribute, the people get money, then they give it. Let's look at now. The United States of America has been one of the greatest, the huge, in terms of budgetary support or in terms of monetary, support to almost all of these international organizations. What are you talking about? The United Nations, UNESCO, blah, 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 and the rest of it. When you look at the recent approach of the US and many other nations around, they are now saying to the rest of the world, you gave me, I gave you. It's no longer we just sit down, we take money and just give it to you because we want to give you money. No. It's if you want for me to give you money, give me something that will be able to also add value to my economy. And I will give it to you too. Nothing now is for free. The United States that used to be the greatest country that will get aid, like Oga they give nyafu nyafu. The United States is no longer giving money like that. Because we ourselves that are here, we are also faced with issues. We are living in the Western world. We are faced with the issue on a daily basis. The prices of things skyrocketing. Houses, for example, that people used to live in some failed bedrooms before some years back, used to get it for like $900. Now it has gone up to $1,600. Those start renting. Condominium that people used to get for someone to live for $600. Now it has gone up to like about $1,000. Everywhere things are getting tough. This United States that we in, things are tough because the country now, they are looking for a way to be able to secure money for their people. You think they will take money and give it to you like that? No. They will not take money and give it to you like that. Especially when you are proving beyond all reasonable doubt that you have no respect for the rule of law. You don't respect the rule of law. Why would they take money and give it to you? Why? Why would they take free money? The people are no longer giving free money around. No, those years of free money is gone. It finished. You must be able to prove beyond all reasonable doubt that you are worthy of 5 cents before they will take it and give it to you. And we saw what happened when President Weah became president. President Weah was able to go to areas that Liberia has never gone to and receive a cent. President Weah was able to go there. How did he go there? It was through the connections that he made with them when he was on the soccer field. It did not happen there because he was president. No. They knew him. These were people that interacted with him long before he became president. So that confidence, that relationship was already built. But which one of the president, Joseph Numa Boyka, know he can tell us that he built relationship with? No, those of you who support the unit, don't get vexed. That's just question we're asking. Relationship is not just built because you're president. Some relationships are built long before you can become president. Long before you can become president. long before you can become president. So these people who were helping, these people that were coming to the aid of the country, they knew President Weah a long time before he could become president. Like, for example, look at the Emory Hospital. You think why they trusted and said, look, we'll help? Because they knew him long before. They've interacted with him. They know who he was, or who he is, long before that. Let's look at the French government that was able to give almost about 10 million. The ballon money just like Newman Boyka said you were going for, we're still waiting for it. They're going now almost 1 year and not get a ballon money. You think why? They helped Liberia. They helped Liberia because they knew who President Weah was. They've interacted with him. They know the individual. But Joseph Newman Boyka lie and say he get friends in higher places. Which one of the friend that Joseph Newman Boyka get that you know of as a president? That you can say, yeah, this is my friend. That you can even see that camaraderie between them. Yeah, they may have a camaraderie and things like that. Which one of the friends that you know of? You allow an 89-plus-year-old man to lie to you and you believe it. Now we are faced with the reality. Just like Newman Boyka went on what we call maybe a stress relief trip. That's what he went on. Like Jake said, the noise too much in his ears. He looked at it to be the noise too much in his ears. And they meant to other were barking dog. So maybe the dogs are barking in his mind. So well, let me go somewhere to go relax myself. Just like Newman Boyka can't go to Turkey because he go there for Liberian to benefit. Just like Newman Boyka can't to the United States. They country, the greater country in the world. Where Sierra Leone people can throw almost about 400 million from. Where anybody you can in the country that's so kind of less money you will carry. Just like Newman Boyka can hear more than 3 times. You not even carry shishi. Kobo, you not carry. That to Turkey, that you will go, you will carry something. You can't hear, you not carry nothing. That Turkey you go, you will carry nothing. My brother. No.
Let me just emphasize more on the me emphasize more a little bit on the talk. Let me allocate my Liberian people here. They get newspaper with the follow channel in here. Let me tell you something. Let me tell Liberian they follow, they can do their own research. They can do their own thing. What I told people, that thing is in your hand now. They compute everything is in your hand, your internet, AI, everything you can just talk to the phone now. They will appear everything now. ChatGPT, everything is now working. Let me tell you something. After this script, you must follow Turkey's story. You must follow Erdogan. Erdogan is will be real here. Erdogan is fighting for his own political life. He's feeble, seriously feeble. Erdogan. Probably you will not stand for the next election. He's been ruling Turkey for a very long time. He's a hardlander. Serious, as anybody saw, serious radical hardlander. He and the Israeli prime minister, they cannot see eye to eye. They destabilized Syria. Bashar al-Assad, he got that group that ruling Syria today. He supported them through army ammunition. Let me tell you, one of the main purposes that NATO conference was all about, besides protecting Europe. Turkey was asking the American government to buy the latest plane. As anybody can Google search anything, or you can fact check it. The F-45, the F-47, the latest bombing plane. Number for one on that plane, they may need like 20 pieces or 15 pieces of that plane. That one of that plane cost about $1 billion. Billion with a B. The Israel not in good time for America to sell that particular plane to them. Because why? Israel is an American great ally for a long, long time. So that's a problem with the Donald Trump administration now concerning the Israelis. And don't forget, Liberian people shouldn't forget, Donald Trump's daughter married a Jewish guy. He married a Jewish guy. They have family. Ivanka Trump married Jason. So he married into the Jewish family. You see, what Israel and America have been an ally for a long time. Even in Liberia, now I look at the Super United Party, all the allies who were friendly with. They don't sit down there, they play them, they try to downplay it, they run into China, they run into Russia, they run into all these other people there. Your real ally, the European Union. Prince, I told you something. Turkey having that problem, heavy inflation in Turkey, everything. The president fighting for his political life. Probably you'll not win the next election. The opposition behind it bad because he been ruling for a long time. And now he's old. He's feeble. You can Google search when I'm talking, you will know it Asian Google. Or you can put up the Erdogan. You will see what is happening. Look at your body language, the way in the war. Look at the whole trip. He not get that's he not that he don't have that alert again. So they're trying to replace him. The other group trying to replace him. So Turkey too at a crossroad. A lot of things going on in Turkey, but the people don't know. Even the whole European Union here. I say we have spent over almost $300 billion to support the war between Ukraine and Russia. We financing Ukraine. So Europe too having their own struggle, as you said. Nobody dish any money again that before. Everybody having their own problem in the Western world. If you look at the remittance in Liberia, when America and Europe, they reduce. Because people not sending kind of money that before. The whole African region not sending money. People that live in Europe and America not sending money to their family than that before. They had to take care of that self, to take care of their own bills and things. Most of the workplaces now, unemployment skyrocketing in the Western Europe. Because a lot of immigration here, a lot of people flow into the land here. We have a serious crisis. The Ukraine crisis pour a lot of hole in Europe. People pitching it. So they're talking about Turkish Airlines. How much Liberian living in Turkey first of all? They know how plane can fly. How much passenger we get for common Liberia? Most of the time we go Liberia for December. July or December. Most of the time. During the December break, what they can call December, that time Liberian fly home. How much passenger we get like Ghana there? We don't even have local plane there coming too much. How much people can go to that airport? The airport not making money, and not basic airport. So they just here, nobody more food, nobody, I not tell you all this thing here. The United Party has been blackballed. 4 years, I've been pushing the thing long time. It coming to reality. You think they get a match one? No, it's late. It's late. They only wish something. So they shouldn't cajole you. They shouldn't cajole the Liberian people. No, some of us on platform now, they can never. Nowadays, why Henry Costa used to read from paper. You know what, Henry Costa, they can come back again. You know what, none of them can come back on social media. Because now you will relate video. You will compare George Weah with them, Elio Boaka. Now it's of that video game on now. It's that they're reading from paper. George, we're not waiting to become president. He became president. So we know he's working. So that while they can't stand the debate, they will only insult.
Thank you so much. My brother Francis Deck, I want to ask you this question. With this issue of the drugs investigation that is ongoing, what do you make of this, my brother Francis? Do you think that as a nation, as a people, with this drug investigation, do you think is becoming something like somebody would say maybe a kind of broken record? We just talking. Once it's with the Unity Party, we just talk and nothing will become of it. Or you think the government is going to be brave enough to prosecute her own? As we speak, there are people who are involved with even the investigation, that these people should be the ones that should even be investigated. Like, for example, the police director. The police director, we believe, should be somebody that should be investigated. The LDEA boss. The LDEA boss should be somebody that should even be investigated, and etc. But these people who should be investigated are the ones who are conducting the investigation. My brother, what is your faith in this whole thing that the government is on? Do you think it's just a smoke screen? It's a charade? It's just, another star that they're playing? Somebody will say they trying to divert the attention of the people. What do you make of this drug issue? Let's hear from you, my brother.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Sherry. You see, the last country, and I challenge before I touch that issue because I don't want to lose thought. The last country that was invited for this conference in Turkey was Algeria. As we speak, Nigeria and Egypt, they signed a partnership with the Turkish government that worth over $350 million. I challenge the executive mansion. I challenge the secretary of Tobacco to issue an invitation of people that were given to the Liberian government and their functions in our particular conference. You see, when we say it was a form of distraction, Baka went in Liberia, in Turkey. He went over there for his medical attention. But being that he was there and he was around that belt. He just tried to use that means because people have been questioning. But how will you leave the country with all accountability? And that's the same thing the other men are doing, Prince. This drugs issue, we see that our brothers and sisters who sell just weed and other things in the corner, we see how they have been manhandled. They will beat them, they will grab them, put them in pickup because they caught them with some gas or they caught them with little issue that has to do with drugs. Now, this is something when you listen to the hearing at the Capitol building, Senator Coker said something. Senator Coker said that the only way we will get a proper investigation, the only way this will be able to have names coming up to take this whole case seriously is those people that we think that's supposed to be the investigator, they have to be removed. And he recommended that the IG be removed, the John security they be removed. They like the NSA. Prince, that is by the grace of God that our people are living in our country. It's by the grace of God. The Unity Party has no regard. The Unity Party has no remorse for the people. The Unity Party is not in the interest of the Liberian people. The IG told the Senate that in 1 week he was going to come back with and redress. It had passed almost going to 2 weeks. Nothing had been said. I think the Union Party, they are trying to buy time. The Union Party is not taking this matter seriously because those who are involved in this whole crime, and when you look at people talk about the vice president is part of the crime, and you see some kind of incompetent person come out and start abusing other people, and when you look at their subject verb, it doesn't even match, it doesn't agree. You have those people who are placed, and why would the vice president even have incompetent people within his office? That's why nothing is going on straight in our country. Because you don't have the technical people who are sophisticated that are supposed to lobby, that are supposed to make sure that they lobby within the house and see that most of the bill or interests of the Liberian people are placed on the table. It's not happening. So there's nothing that's going to come from all of the drugs issue. They will not give the Liberian people any redress. And Prince, I want to use your platform. There's a protest that they are talking about, June 17 protest. Look, I don't know if they have included that within the June protest. But if the Liberian people themselves, if they are really serious about the drugs issue and want the government to actually tell them who are those people that are responsible and not just selecting names of other people, not on the basis of presumption, I want the Liberian people to get involved fully into this particular upcoming protest in July 17, so that they can bring the gas and feet to the fire, so they can so they can be more responsive and be able to give redress and address this drug issue seriously in our country. Because those that you consider to be the future leader, there is no future leader. They have been damaged. They have been destroyed. I was in Liberia just recently, the 2 months. Prince, you see our young people in the street, and the things started doing Manuseli when they started calling the boss and Zoko. Broker has no regard. Broker will just say the things, and I don't know if Broker even remembers some of the things that he said, where that nobody who is connected with the drugs issue will go free. I don't know if Broker can even remember that he made that statement, because here is a man who went to a program and they called him on the podium and he walked away and going back home. So the president has a serious problem. We don't know the mental state of the president. We don't know how well the president remembers some of the things that he said. So we don't know who is actually running the country. Liberia is in a serious confusion. If you have a serious minded and a president who is not forgetful, I don't think people will be playing with that kind of case. But the president, I think something that the Liberian people are in novice with, the Liberian people are not aware of. They don't know what is happening. But there is some serious mental problem with President Bouaka. And that's why people taking advantage of the mental state of the president and trying to do what they are doing. That up to now, the police director cannot give us any redress. Is it the police director that's supposed to even be talking about the drugs issue? No. We have people, the office that are responsible for those issues. but the police director want to supersede, and there where you know that there is a red flag, because the police director doesn't want for anybody to say something that will be contrary to all of previous statement. So he want to be the DA, he want to be the IG, he want to be the NSA boss, and he just overshadowing everything. I think the matter need to be taken seriously. If we continue in this kind of corridor, there will be no redress, there will be no serious redress on the drugs issue. But trust me, these are some of the things that will make and have already made the people to believe that Bouaka is incompetent and unfit to fight, because one of their major campaign messages was about drugs issue. They came to fight drugs. And today, God just brought the issue of the drugs into their hand, and they cannot fight the issue of drugs. So that alone has revealed to the Liberian people that this government is very incompetent, that everything they said they were going to fight and take drugs from all the country, they were all lies and misleading. So I don't think they're not going to fight anything, Mr. Sherry.
Thank you, thank you so much, my brother Jake. The same goes to you. What is your own take on this whole thing? Let's hear from you.
The only thing I'm happy, you know, they got them painted George Weah wrong to the international community. So they call karma. Now what happening to them today? They allow the former president, oh, he breaking drugs in the country. Anybody that lay down and die in the country that the president. But see what happening to them. But what I happy for? The international community, no. Liberians are hope. A lot of newspaper carry it. Two things the international community know about Liberia under Joseph Nimo Bouaka. Doumbouya took our land. You saw that French journalist. Newspaper carry in France. Macron know that Doumbouya is on our land. Macron know. Then they drugs now, Liberians are hope for drugs. Hope. So nobody will do serious business. Who won't do business with the drugs country? I will give you an example. Equatorial Guinea, the drugs lord, they were ruling Equatorial Guinea. So it's a good thing for me. If it good for CDC, let Liberian be hope. Nobody will do business with them. The 2029, the Liberian people will make that decision. What kind of great partners will do business with the way they get international partners on that ground? And they had the Swedish woman that were talking everything, and they expelled the woman. You see, the one giving feedback to the European Union. The newspaper have carried it all over the world. Anywhere Bouaka goes, it's a stigma. It's a stigma on that particular government. So nobody can be infused at millions of dollars to invest in the country, and they know the president is not in total control. The president is feeble. That reality. They're controlling the president. So who the sound-minded nation or the investor that will come and go to the legislature and say, I want to put $500 million in this country? No. They will never put money in there until the government change hands, because they know. And I told Liberian people, I said, I got somebody in parliament here. Serious person. I'm a serious person. And I relate to him every day. They saw the president fainting during inauguration. CNN didn't carry it. BBC didn't carry it. Everybody carried that topic. On inauguration day, an 82 years old man, by 2029, you'll be 86. Imagine you now got it. Right now, he having serious problem. Then don't talk about 2029. 2029, why you be 86 years old? But you're not looking at Ellen Johnson study. She's 86. She's 86. Presidents as we speak. Look at leaders in all around the world. I'll give you an example of the Turkish president. He's feeble. He's seriously feeble. He ain't got that strength anymore. Like less situation, the strength of fail you. We get 80 plus years old relatives, grandparents, and we have them. The way of moving, the way of talking is different now. So the Unity Party, the package the old man. They knew. But Henry Costa told you people. He said it from the beginning. That's why he went against Jeremiah Kun. Oh, well, Jeremiah Kun can never be vice president because he knew the old man medical record. He said it. You know, when he's angry, just little things. He said it. That Jeremiah Kun this and that, Jeremiah Kun, because he knew that in a twinkle of the eye, Jeremiah Kun will become the president of the Republic of Liberia. Because he knew the main medical record. And not something that in Haiti, he got a pacemaker. With that age, that's something you don't have. I tell Liberian people, you must ask any doctor. You don't have the normal heartbeat. You put something in your heart to regulate your heart. It'll happen to young people too. It'll happen to older people, but it can be worse. So the president instead of control that why they can say president, let go the other way. They're having a gig here. They're having forum here. Invitation, although they're gonna come in and send an invitation there. As he arrived back in the country, no tangible. Many occasions, he has traveled the highest. More than George, we have 6 years. Just the period 3 years and a half, we have traveled a lot. Nothing tangible in the country. Nothing coming from Indonesia, China, all the places then you've been, Japan, all these places there, Ethiopia. Or even he broke ground in the country. They not even start the construction of that justice complex. You didn't forget it, he broke ground for the Samuel Doe Justice Complex. And after breaking ground, NCDC broke ground. See the building now. CDC broke ground for the party headquarters. See how they erected the party headquarters. Next year, because of the delay of the rainy season. There was no rainy season, but December, and the CDC headquarters will be the 18th. A lot of people will be pouring down there. But remember the drought season come. Look at and they were talking about AR, AR. And United Party said they were coming with headquarters. Where's our headquarters? And they said they collected $3 million, the taxpayer people money to Liberian people. Like headquarters is a ghost camp. Imagine you ruling the country. You know why a lot of people not putting the CDC place now? Because they're constructing. Tell what when they are saying something yet today, you're gonna mark this video. That cry you saw in Grand Judea was a joke. The day I finished and I want CDC. The day the president coming to open as headquarters, like invite a boss from Dubai, all the top leaders that know him personally from the African region, from the Middle East, that they come for breaking that party headquarters, for breaking it down. We'll tell the United Party that George will stay in control. He will bring dignitaries in that country. He will shake. The only way they will not come until maybe the United Party will be jealous to stop this and they stop this kind of people, but they will be blackballed. He will bring people from Dubai or bring people from Middle East to kind of grace that occasion. The cities, you will see the one they call, you will see showmanship of George Weah. If they come to open that party headquarters.
Thank you so much. My brother Fanso Deck, yesterday, our brother Jake said something. And I wrote it down. And I start to think over it. And I get to realize that what Jake said was right. Yesterday, Jake said, I'm just trying to paraphrase, not being very verbatim. He said we should not be deceived by this thing that these senators are doing. These guys do not have the span. They do not have the energy to look at the executive and say to the executive, we will take action on you. All that they're doing are just smoke screen. I guess something they're doing on the whole, how you call drugs business. I come to realize, and like we said yesterday, the senators or these lawmakers have 3 cardinal responsibilities: oversight, lawmaking, and representation. These people are the only people that can say, Mr. President, we impeach you, and they can impeach the president. These people are the only people that can say, Mr. President, we will work with you in this area, the other area, we're not working with you. They are not working for the president. They work along with the president because they were elected by the people. These are the people that the president can sack. But they can sack the president.
The president,
my brother Jake, my brother Fanso, these lawmakers, if they are serious, somebody said, they will say, Mr. President, we do not have confidence in this particular police director. Judging from what he has done over the period, this man has beaten people on countless occasions. There has been police violence and etc., etc. He has even gone as far as aggregating unto himself authority to give right to people who are supposed to produce license or licenses in our country and etc. These lawmakers, they have not been able to say anything to bring Gregory Cuomo to his knees or to make him to understand that Liberia is not his property. With these things that these lawmakers are doing, the senator calling these people and say, oh, let people come, so we can investigate, blah, 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 and things like that. What do you make of the lawmakers' approach on this whole drugs issue? You think it's sincere, or you think these guys are doing it because they are reaching now to electoral period? We're coming near election now, so they're acting like to say they're working. Let me hear from you. What do you think?
First of all, Mr. Sherry, we in our setting, people who have the opportunity to go in parliament, they are not elected for the things for which they are elected for. They don't implement those things. They go contrary to those things. They only use the people and they get into power. When you watch the Sonia that just passed, that Sonia was a clear basis for which the legislature, because let us say all the other things you've been hearing, they are gossip. That the president is not, the mental state is not okay. He's not strong mentally, and what all the one are gossip, right? But in the Sonia, when they make him to deliver his speech, a national address, the first thing is that he asking people, he asking his or whatever's assistant if he should tell the people to sit. Somebody who is the president, these are just elementary something. I tell them to sit. That's one. Two, he requesting for a hat, to wear a hat to give the nation address, and saying that because the sun is hot, which of course he's not even under the sun, he's under a shade. He's not under the sun. That's another thing that this man has a mental problem. Two, in reading of the Sunnah, reading the address and what have you, there were misnomer figure that should have been. The president was missing a lot of things within his speech. You look at numbers where it's supposed to be ascending, he will descend those numbers. And those things, they are all questionable. It tells how ineffective. And these are reasons why a president should be impeached. These are reasons why the legislature will say, but this guy is unfit to lead the country. So there were all kinds of things going on there. But let's come back to some of the deception from the lawmaker. These same lawmakers sat there and told us that when they are elected, prior to their election, that they will audit, they will bring on accountability. But when Konate Kofa, Honorable Kofa came on and said the house should be audited, everybody went against that man except for a few people. They went against him. The executive supported them, and they brought in illegally in violation of the Constitution. Look, mark my word, Prince. No country will take the government of Bouaka seriously. They will not take the Bouaka administration seriously. Because before investors, before country do any business with you, they want to know how well you respect your own law. They want to know how well you respect your constitution. You will not go in violation of the constitution that the whole world will be saying that even you carry somebody as a speaker outside of the country and president refused to shake the person's hand. That was enough to explain that we don't recognize this man as speaker. So they have to come back now and call Mr. Kofa, Honorable Kofa, and say, look, this thing is shame on our head. Let us try to get play this thing some way and let the guys go by again and elect Kun as a speaker. So there are a lot of things that go on in the parliament. And it comes to the Senate. Look at the Senate, the Senate there. Those people who are chastising people yesterday, they belong. For every time they send an appointee over there, they don't will ask those people tough questions. They don't watch the man who consider himself as so smart, a dumb, third grade person who just got knowledge by sitting in someone's office by experience, because people learn by practical and people learn by the theory. So by practical, they're not able to know some of these things because he moved with smart people, and he was on the back of every appointee that went to the capital. Today, the same Darrell Dillon is there. He's not challenging. He's not giving no tough question. He's not coach. So they have made the legislature a party area. The area is supposed to be a party ground. When you saw the issue in America when Donald Trump was going contrary to the Constitution, the Congress came together and they all supported the lady, how they call herself, Nancy. They all supported Nancy Pelosi to make sure that America don't go off track. And that's what we expect in the legislature. But it's not happening. Everybody now have turned party sentimental. Everybody there to support that the deputy speaker who's supposed to speak on behalf of the people, Thomas Farah, he's saying that we will make sure to support Joseph Braga because he comes from low-fat county. So, no, Prince, these guys there, they are all acting. It's time. Liberian eyes are already open. We should go. When it comes to election, we should give vote to people who we think that will actually merit that position and be able to serve in the purpose based on a track record and not on the basis of party sentiment. Because if we continue that, we will keep having the same old problem over and over, and Liberia will not move anywhere.
And Prince, just 1 minute. Yes, eh?
Yes,
you see what you know why there's no confident vote for Gregory Cuomo? Prince, the thing is very, very simple. Liberian people, Gregory know who brought the capital building. He get video on there. Let me tell you. Let's see. When he talk about Coca, he said he's talking loosely. Let me ask Liberians here. I like Coca. You know my stand for Coca. You know my stand within the CDC for Coca for Nima business. He said he talked loosely. He know what he meant. Let me ask followers here. Who are the head of that whole thing to move Panandi Kofa? What is Saint Samuel Coca? Saint Samuel Coca. Let me tell you something. They dare not try Gregory Cuomo. The whole country will sink. Let me tell you, Prince, when I tell you something here, you will shake. Yeah, I told you in the United Party, get a rope. I get my childhood friend. I chronic United Party partisan. We grow together. He said, Jay, this country for all of your side, that my sleeper, you let George wear. My son. But get the man that he working in the government. Good person in government. Let me tell you today. They see where you think they can you think that other than down with so people. He's a worker fanatic. But they get people that are disturbing the president now. So we not talk. Let me tell you something. Take it and put it to book. Put it to take it to the bank. Gregory Cuomo no will bring the first branch of government. Let me tell you something. Like when I be gullible, I remember Joe talk about CCTV way back. When they came against CCTV, who said the Capitol building never had CCTV? Yeah, but that particular Capitol building got CCTV. They confiscated the CCTV. They know who burned the Capitol building. I'm just telling you now, they can never try Gregory Cuomo. You think why he get all over the place? He into DA. He into this one here. It's untouchable until his broker till you finish. And they try.
Are you telling us that Gregory Cuomo is that particular individual that they use to carry on all of these diabolic acts? So because of that, he is more like untouchable. But
he know they one came on the crime scene. He know the top player in. You think that Capitol building was got on fire there for nothing? Let me get Liberian people example quick before they go to the Capitol building. I'm from Miami. I'm from Rehab. When Kofa was the speaker, something happened. And they went for Nati Kofa horse first. You know why they burned a horse? They wanted certain document. They got his horse on fire. After they couldn't remove him, they put a horse on fire. But Kofa too downplay it. That the problem I have with Kofa, he was speaker of the legislature. You the tear in command. After President Jeremiah Kun, anything happened to them, you the next president of the republic. You are lawyer. You know what you do? You have millions of dollar budget. What you do? You come straight to the Western world. You are speaker. You control that whole place. You bring forensic expert then. All the top people say, I want to know who bring my building. But Kofa put it on the rock. If you remember, they get a video Joseph Boakai went to him after let me tell you, I'm letting the cat out of the bag. Liberian people also, listen, he went Kofa, Boakai walked to Kofa, the lady rest side each other, they walk. Kofa, let me ask question here. Now the problem I get with fanatic Kofa, I don't care what citizen talk. I can tell you, I'm a different person. I don't care what you talk. You're not letting them to the slide. Quick. You can take the boob out of home. Kofa as a speaker, how can you let somebody to they bring your multi-million dollar horse? Then you lay slide as a speaker. Some of your wife gonna be in that bidding or your child in that bidding, they bring that bidding. You're not investigate. Let me ask your followers. You had a hard question. Why Fanatic never brought experts around the world? You control the legislature. Money in your brain. When they saw it, when they couldn't confiscate the something, what happened? They burned the Capitol building. They burned that same group that burned that. See, let me tell you something. The same group that masterminded a horse. Other than they know who burned. So Greco Como, let me tell you something. Greco Como, let's be real here. Disregard what people get against Greco Como. He's a shaker and player. He worked on an early before. Not a new position. There's a position he had before. But you know what content, but let me tell you, what come Gregory Como die in our country because of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Everybody know where Gregory Como coming from. He's a radical. He come from the child setter side in there. Like Ellie coming down. Let me tell you, he's a radical. Not they ever him. He know, push, take me on record. He know who when the Capitol building. Like why you not go to them and say you're talking loosely. He know. One day the secret will come up, maybe when the other power. Another thing again, you think Quincy Johnson, why they awarded him the NSA boss? He knew those that sent message to him to when Georgia was to the worker in Qatar to overthrow Georgia. He still get like, Jake telling you, he still got our messages there. But let me tell you some mistake the CDC made. Me, I'm here. The President King, the NSA boss went on you are defense minister chief of staff at that time. That he could take power with Zianka order. Then if they wanted to take power, they could take power to be honest here. Because they wanted for the country to go in chaos and other things then. He said he came on radio. He said people were testing me to overthrow the government. Who were testing him? I saw Unity Party. You know why they were testing him? They never had a chance. That fast year, they couldn't believe they could win the election. So they wanted for everybody to lose. CDC lost, they lost, then the junta take over. Because he was professional, he said, no, I'm not overthrowing why Georgia out of the country. I would never do this to the country. We experienced a lot of things then here. It will be more desperate for us. He kept that messages there. When Boakai came to power, what happened? The main defense minister, the army, you don't think followers. How can a former government, you will still be having the defense minister and what part of the world you don't see a government that come to power, they still keep the defense minister, they keep everybody. They kept him to become, from chief of staff to become defense minister. Because he knew them, he knew what they were up to. He was part of them. So while the army women frustrated, they turning, the president said, no. Then before the thing can leak up, they reward into one of the most powerful group, the NSC. That's why he's sitting down today. Prince, they know the dirty DC in that country. The honor man George right from the beginning of his presidency. They were all embedded into the main government. They were leaking secret in the country. How I crumbled that country. They crumbled George Weah before he was inaugurated. The deep state, according to the deep state.
Thank you. My brother Fanso, let's hear from you as we conclude, and I want you to conclude with this issue of the CDC convention that will be here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, from the 29th to the 2nd of August as we conclude. So yes, let's get your parting statement.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sheriff, and I'd like to say thanks to the Bree brother as well, Jay. And
thank you.
And I will squeeze you if I have the time. I'm at work, but sometimes I follow the show, and at least I'm able to squeeze in because of on the less busy schedule. And look, the CDC convention will be one of the best. This convention in Philadelphia will be one of the best and transparent convention ever. You see, the Bible, there is nothing that is good that comes easily. Anything that is good, whenever you try to engage in a process, and that process comes on attack, it comes on all kinds of acrimonious. You should understand that that process will be one of the best, and the result that will come off will benefit a lot of people. So that's what you see the convention, people coming out making all kinds of statements, trying to discourage the idea of the convention, because a lot of chapters that you never even saw, some states that never had chapter, today they have chapter. They are chapter established. They are leadership in the era, and they are so zealous to attend this convention because look, Liberians have realized that the government under President Weah was one of the best leadership ever in our country. So the people are hurt. The people that are family, they're telling them how difficult the economy is. The job, the unemployment rate have increased, and the health sector have declined. Nothing good is working in our country. Everything that you see doing all that, they are just charade. Road construction is something that government will come and just play on the, even the island that is demolished, houses on the islands. We don't even see any construction going on there. But yeah, they go on Somalia Road and they say they're going extend the lane and what have you. So this convention will be one of the best conventions. If you want to make history, you want to be part of what a historic event of the CDC, the Congress of Democratic Change, you have to be in Philadelphia. Be a witness or our witness, and not something that you got to be told, because the president himself going to be there. The former president, President George Manneh Weah, he's going to be there. A team, he will be there with Entourage. I learned that they're trying to bring in another senator who will be one of the keynote speakers at that particular conference. So that conference, and I'm sending this a message to every opposition or members, every opposition party. Look, you have to join the conference. Don't say, oh, because I'm not part of CDC, I'm not attending the convention. No, when you are also invited, you can come, because the problem in Liberia now is not just about the CDC to solve it alone. President, we will be going tomorrow, but your role that you will play, your involvement and activeness in getting rid of this, the deceptive leadership from power. Those are things that people will see on the record, and they say the particular leader, even though we never gave him the opportunity, but he also fought to take us from a deceptive, lying government. And I think we should look at him in another direction. So it's an opportunity for everybody, from the opposition bloc and whatever. You are also invited to this convention. The CDC is not just a party. The CDC is a movement, and it's a movement for every Liberian. So the conference will start on July 29th to the 2nd of August. I already put in my time, and I'm in Jersey, and we want to lock down. We want to lock down, and we want to be in food at the convention in Philadelphia. Thank you, Mr. Sherry.
Thank you so much. My brother Jake, let's get your parting comments, sir.
Yeah, as they're coming to celebrate after the July 26th, happy independence to all Liberians. Will be 179 years old. Please, this is my message from Europe, from me personally. You must take to your convention. It would so elected that chairman for the CDC USA, and to the former president, he will come grace your occasion. Please tell him, say that your ball bomb, the bomb. Here's my message I get for the president. The all CDC must take it serious. If the president come back home, he must draft or make a press statement with the CDC and the group of the opposition. You listen to me carefully. You must take widow. The men I will complain to be the NDC boss. You must take a complaint to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court. You're going to test the Supreme Court. He was a great fanatic. He get videos upon video. Video upon video in the people chat room, in the people data room, announcing election result. during the election. He is the chairman on NEC now to 2029. He's a great fanatic. For the peace of the nation to reign, so nobody to trample on our peace, to not cheat the election, whether to be booted out. Now my message to the president, you would say one day, one Jake said it, they'll take his complaint to the Supreme Court now. He has been confirmed by Dillon, because Dillon want to be in power for 2029. All the legislature, all the representatives, senators that from the Unity Party, he will cheat for them. He will cheat for them. I warn you, sooner the president come home, you might not take it lightly. You test the Supreme Court to see if the Supreme Court is fair. How can a fanatic be NEC chairman? Get his own video. His own video saying these things. Now you're making chairman. Now what it mean? He's a diehard. He's not independent. Say he's not near independent. He's a fanatic of the Unity Party. They put in there for a purpose to cheat the election 2029. And when they cheat the election, what the case will go to the Supreme Court. So before a hell of time, you send my message to the president. This small video. Say Jake said you want to take the CMC all of the other opposition won't go on there. CDC are the most powerful party in the country. You take it to the Supreme Court. You will see the Supreme Court condition statement. They will move way up on power. If they can't address it, they're addressing the European Union. You're addressing the America. You're addressing everywhere. Because let me tell you now, if you remain there as an NDC boss, now when Lassana Brown did to you, that joke, if you win, you're my red my back, you're my red on my ballot, me. If you lead there when you win, now what I have to say that I'm closing.
We can't talk all, Jay, but men will be in that country.
Me, I'm not talking exactly the way I see
election.
Yeah, because you're not shoot code. That why they cheated you, that why Prince Justin cheated the election. I told the reason, I won't go inside it, but I told the reason why you lost the election in the map. People within the CDC, I don't care for them. They pay my bills. I don't know them. I eat nothing from them. They caused the election of George where they lied to the former president. That we did for Nima Kante, we're not doing nothing. We cannot. Prince Johnson was part of the CDC. They had the MDR, but they lied to maybe if I would call that name, they lied to the president.
Yeah, what I want you here. But thank you so much, my brother Jake, and I want to say thanks to my brother Fanso for taking up the time. That we always inform our people. We want to say thanks to all of our people also who send in their comments, even those of you who have different opinion relative to what we believe in. But we respect you, and that is the kind of atmosphere that President Weah wants for us to create, or he wants to be, in existence in Liberia, where you can disagree with me, I can also disagree with you, but all of us can be in the same space. And that's what President Weah continue to encourage, that we are all Liberian. There is no need for us to take gun and harm each other because of difference of opinion. So again, we want to say to you, thank you for being here with us. Those of you who disagree, those of you who agree, those of you who support. The platform is under the Palava Hut. I want to say thanks to all of you. Until we meet again, hopefully tomorrow, have yourself a God bless day and bow from our end. So I'm going to leave you with this music. I think I'm going to leave you with this music. Let's leave you with this music. I want to play this music for all of you. I mean, all of you. I like this guy music. I mean, from Blaise Maries. I want to play this music for all of us, and this music is going to take us. Maybe somebody will say home, right? But I want to play this music. I want to get you this music. Oh yeah, let's play this music for you. Yeah, let's get. So I want to do this for all of you, all of you, all of you. All right, that's how we do it. Yeah. So I want to do this for all of you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for sharing. Until we meet again. That's how we do it right here. That's how we do it right here from Liberia. The Honorable Amos J. Benson, how are you, sir? You are highly welcome. John Miller, thank you so much for joining us, John Miller. We appreciate you. Thank you so much, John Miller. John Miller, thank you so very kindly for your presence. For the pass away, we appreciate you. Thank you so much for everything. You know, let me take this. Let me take this down. There is something that I just want you. There is something that I want you to observe here. Maybe tomorrow we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it tomorrow. But there is something I want you to observe. Mr. Boyka traveled to Turkey.
Williams, I'm from State Radio.
Joseph Newman Boyka is supposed to be at least giving what we refer to as maybe just a synopsis or an overview, or just a kind of maybe one would say just a brush up statement of his travels. We told you that Joseph Newman Boyka didn't go to that Turkey because of that man. He went to hospital, go do a late checkup. From there, they made arrangements. They say go see the man. They took picture. They were on his way back. Joseph Newman Boyka was asked by journalists, "Your trip to Turkey." Listen to what Boyka said. Look at his mood. Look at his facial appearance, the body language, and everything. Those of you who watch it, I watch it. I just decided to bring this one. Listen to what Boyka is saying. They ask Boyka, the people who say you go to Turkey, the trip will not benefit. I think that was an opportunity for Mr. Boyka to explain to the Liberian people, at least in just a small statement, the benefits that it's going to have on Liberia, etc., etc. But listen to Boyka. That was the conclusion of his statement. Listen to him. Let me play this.
Mr. President, my name is Anthony Williams.
The man who we sent to go and represent our country. The man that we gave enough money to, huge money to go and represent our country. The chief spokesperson of the government. Listen to him.
I'm from State Radio. I also wanted to bring to your attention, what do you say to your critics who think your trip to Turkey does not benefit the country? They've been attributing this trip to something personal about you and not for the country. What do you say to them?
I deal with them.
Yeah, and they're laughing. People behind there laughing. They ask you, their trip that you go to their trip that you went to Turkey, it does not benefit the Liberian people. There's something personal to you. You say you live it with them. You see that? But anyways, I want to thank each and every one of you. Until we meet again, have yourself a God bless day. I love you all, and bow from our end.
We want to encourage those who want to remain corrupt and steal money, that I beg them. The money should be used to bless our people. Thank you, and God bless.